Get ready. Coming soon. Eggs versus Ostarine. Coming soon to a boxing theater near you. Eggs versus Ostarine. It could be an actual thing. In this video, I'm going to break it down as Ryan Garcia accepts the challenge and wants to fight Conor Benn. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Conor Benn defeated Regis Prograis. Wasn't a great, scintillating performance. He won, though, on Netflix. He's now a free agent. I don't know his relationship with Eddie Hearn, if it's damaged beyond repair, irreparable. I'm not sure. But as a free agent, I don't know if Zuffa's going to pick him up after that performance. I personally wouldn't want to be a free agent on the heels of that, because boxing is a what have you done for me lately type of sport, and you're only as good as your last fight. And I've already done a breakdown, so I'm not going to spend too much time going over Benn versus Prograis. But check out my other videos, because I did a what really happened, breaking the fight down. And then I did an unpack video where I give you guys the update where Regis Prograis admitted he had multiple injuries before the fight. So with him coming out and revealing what I already told you, and Eddie Hearn already told you from the beginning, it's just confirmation that Conor Benn probably should have done a lot better, given the fact that you're in there with a wounded duck. You know what I mean? Like somebody who's not 100%. Needless to say, all the people in and around the division, they are having their moment, taking shots at Conor Benn. Ryan Garcia, Mr. Ostarine himself, says Conor bum, calls him a bum. Then he goes on to say, I am down. Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn. Let's do it. Now, I gotta be real, man. Boxing sucks right now. Like, there's no nice way for me to put it. What you want me to do? I'm sorry. Boxing right now, these Gen Z fighters ain't really holding it down. Here's why. When somebody looks impressive, somebody looks crazy good, somebody looks very hard to beat, that person gets ducked in the sport of boxing. Then you'll have fighters who will watch a person look horrible, right? We're all in agreement that Conor Benn didn't look amazing, right? They'll take shots on social media like, this guy is trash. He's easy work. What a bum. Like Ryan just said, Conor bum. But then the guy you called out is the guy you just said was a bum, and pretty much you weren't impressed by his performance. This is the status of boxing right now, where shouldn't it be the other way around, where a guy looks amazing and impressive, has a great win, and then does a backflip with his concussed opponent knocked out on the canvas, and then you say, hey, he's the best. That's the guy I want to fight. But that's not what we're getting. We're getting fighters who, Shakur Stevenson, go look at his social media. Ryan Garcia, it's not just Ryan, right? They're chomping at the bit to fight the guy that they say is trash. Shakur Stevenson, like Floyd Schofield would be a good fight. Gary Antoine Russell would be a good fight. Ryan Garcia at 47 would be a good fight for both of them. You know, Keyshawn Davis versus one of them, even though they're friends and whatnot. Devin Haney versus one of those guys, or either a rematch with Ryan Garcia or a fight with Shakur and Devin. But that would be too much like right. And instead, fighters will, in this new generation, they'll call you out when you look horrible. So for me, that's not really like a crowning achievement. Like, hey, this guy looked bummy and trash, so that's the guy I want to fight next. Like, but here we are, Ryan Garcia talking about, I'm down, Garcia versus Benn, let's do it. Oh, let's do it. You know what I mean? So y'all let me know what you think, but for me, That don't impress me much. What did Shania Twain say? That don't impress me much. Oh, 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 oh. Don't get me wrong. Bro, don't get me wrong, but that don't impress me much that everybody wants to fight the guy that looked horrible. You guys let me know in your brain if that makes sense what I'm saying or not. But I want to see the guy that has an amazing showing and everybody wants to fight the guy that looked sensational, not the guy that barely scraped by. I mean, not barely, because Conor Benn did win for sure, but I'm just talking about it didn't like set the world on fire. It wasn't a performance where it like put the division on notice. And keep in mind, you fought at a catch weight of 150 pounds. So Regis Prograis moved up 10. Ryan Garcia already has a fight at 147. So him being a champion and for that fight to happen, Ryan being the A side, likely you would have to lose the other 3 pounds and come down to 147 to fight Ryan Garcia. So that would be even worse in my opinion, because you didn't look good at 150. Eddie Hearn even did an interview, said he looked better at middleweight fighting Chris Eubank. So you might be a spent shell casing trying to fight at this weight class after, again, it don't really even make sense to move up to fight Chris Eubank, lose in a good fight in the first fight, then fight a weight drain Chris Eubank in the second fight and almost stop him. And then now you're dropping back down in weight like, oh, I'm at my natural weight of 147. And then you didn't even fight at 147. You left Eddie Hearn and people are now calling you disloyal and saying that you sold out for the cash. And then now you and Ryan Garcia are beefing and trying to make something out of it. Man, boxing is really in a bad spot because you're getting Wilder and Chisora, like not like a prime. I don't even know how old Chisora is, but 40 something. Wilder's 40. You got Tyson Fury that didn't look good versus that Game of Thrones looking dude, right? Makhmudov. The co-main event sucked. So Tyson Fury didn't impress against a slow, plodding guy that's very one-dimensional. Ryan's calling out another guy that didn't look great, who didn't even fight at 47. Now he's going to have to cut more weight where he already didn't look good at 150. And either Shakur or Ryan are both pushing for the fight. And this is the type of fight that Turkey might make. So I'm not really impressed. I personally don't need to see either guy up in there with Conor Benn. I think Conor Benn, I don't know. I don't even know where he goes because 54, there's so many killers. What you gonna beat Jerron Boots in this? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know where Conor Benn goes after that performance because 160, what fights are even there? You can't beat Carlos Adames if you can't do nothing with Regis Prograis. So what are your real options? You look domestic level.